Welcome to the Football News Show. 1st of June it is, and it's really the end of May yesterday. And now today, it's all about the 1st of June 2024. And I go by the names of Rokani. It's much like pattern, comment, and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Chelsea. All Victor Osimhen to Chelsea transfer off. Confirmed by Dimarzio and Fabrizio Romano. And when these two really speak, I feel like I'm really giving you content, because I'm not like telling you that it's really not happening, unless otherwise it rekindles. But at the point of recording this video, evidence shows that nothing is really going to be happening in between these two teams, and looks like Napoli might be willing to listen to offers from other teams in here. And this is Rokani David onto the Football News Show. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. 200 likes, smashing this video, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 22,000 subscribers, right? And let's see how the magic is gonna fly us to the next level that we want to hit in a nick of time. Now let's start it off with Fabrizio Romano. He has come out and said Chelsea will sign a new striker this summer as part of next season plans, but no negotiations or talks taking place for Victor Osimhen. With or without Lukaku in the deal, Chelsea are not planning to go for Osimhen as for now. Have you heard that statement? As for now, Lukaku and Broja expected to leave. That's what we are getting in through from Fabrizio Romano, that Lukaku and Broja are expected to leave. Now, even Dimarzio came out and said negotiations between Napoli and Chelsea over Victor Osimhen did not take off. So this really shows you that Chelsea are really looking in for a striker who is not a Victor Osimhen. I tell you, the problem Victor Osimhen faced is that he has only gonna hit to score, I think, 17 goals this season, and there are very many other strikers that have gonna hit obviously score more, all close to the ones he scored, and are really like half the price of Victor Osimhen. When you look at some of the players on the market, like Benjamin Šeško, his buyout clause is 65 million euros. You know, that of Osimhen is 120. You understand? When you look at Gyökeres, it's 100 million euros. When you look at Zirkzee, who has I think like 17 goals this season, and he has also been playing the Serie A, his buyout clause is like 45 to 50 million euros. So that puts Arsenal in a that puts Chelsea in a very spoiled for choice situation, that Victor Osimhen has nothing to obviously prove, because if he was to leave the side of Napoli and teams would have gone to line up for him hugely, he had to obviously score the number of goals, or like 30 goals a season. But if you couldn't average 30 goals a season in the Champions League, Serie A, and so on and so forth, then there is no way a team is going to come out. And I'm not shocked that Chelsea have gone ahead to pull out of the talks of this guy. And that means, as Fabrizio told you, like last time I came here and told you, and most of you came in the comment section and said, no, Rokani, you are late. Victor Osimhen has agreed to join Arsenal. I told you no. And I was like, having someone in the comment section was like, you think Fabrizio Romano is the only guy to talk about it? I told you, they are journalists I really treasure and really value a lot when it comes to business. In the English side, when I hear Sammy McBall say something, Matlow, who else? There is this guy that works for the Times. He rarely posts, but when he posts, it's really happening. You know, they're like 4 journalists, you know. But when you look at John Cross, he's not that all that credible. And if I'm to ask you, how many stories that are really concrete is he going to hit to break? The best thing I can remember about him is when he put out a story that Marcus Rashford doesn't want to sign a contract of Manchester United unless they offer him £400,000 a week. It even forced Marcus Rashford to come out and reply his tweet. And guess what happened? He went ahead and obviously deleted the post and the article that he was going to put out, meaning that his credibility has always been on the line for a very long time. And I cannot come out here and should tell you that he's that guy that you can trust. You get? So I'm like, we should listen to credible journalists. And when I'm bringing you stories, I really rate these journalists that this one is a tier 1, the other one is a tier 2. And this time around, you're having a story of Victor Osimhen being fronted by tier 1 journalists, Fabrizio Romano and Di Marzio. And Fabrizio Romano once worked for Di Marzio, and Fabrizio Romano finally went ahead to take off. And this is where he is in the world of football, and he's giving us a story of Victor Osimhen. Now, if Chelsea aren't going in for Victor Osimhen, who are they going in for? I tell you, Chelsea is going in for Benjamin Sesko. And someone told me that he's called Benjamin Sheshko. You know, not Sesko. Shesko. That is Benjamin Sheshko. You know, you can call him Shesko or Sheshko, you know, in the Slovenian language. So, if they're not going in for Victor Osimhen, that shows you they're all in for Benjamin Sheshko. And Fabrizio Romano told us that we should look, you know, we should pay a very clear eye to Benjamin Sheshko to Chelsea, because Chelsea are really having people that can really execute this deal and get it done. I tell you, when he comes in through at Chelsea, he's going to get into that starting 11. He's a very complete striker that every team will need. And even if he goes to Arsenal, he'll lead that line. You know, I think the only team he can struggle to get in is that of Manchester United. You'll have to obviously fight off with Rasmus Højlund, and that's what any manager will obviously want to be having. And yesterday, Benjamin Sheshko made 21 years of age, meaning that when you sign him and he makes the debut at the age of 21, he'll be regarded as a homegrown player. And that's why these teams in the English side will obviously be pushing to obviously get him in a nick of time, because they know how good this player is and how he's going to hit to become in. So for Victor Osimhen, wait and see, and has been ruled out of the games of Nigeria because he's injured and is not going to be playing for Nigeria in the World Cup qualifiers. So that is it for Victor Osimhen. He's really a sad man, and I was like, he made a very huge mistake last summer. He had to move and make that move. But Napoli president was like, it's okay, put a pen to contract, extend your contract, and your buyout clause will be up this summer. And guess what? The managerial situation was not really the same. Victor Osimhen couldn't obviously meet the standards that he played at last season. So that's Victor Osimhen for you. His transfer to Chelsea is off, and now I don't know which side might be looking for him. But there are very many teams that are looking for strikers, but I don't think that they can go in for a 120 million euro striker when their strikers have that price, when they are really good, and they've gone ahead to outscore him and outperform him this season. We go to Carlo Ancelotti. He said, we're 100% focused. We believe in ourselves. It's the most important game of the season. And he said, Rodrigo has been very important for us this season, and hopefully he will be important in the final or in the future too. I say to Joselu that it's your fault. We are not on holidays now. So the Champions League final is on today. Now he says, we are focused 100%. We believe in ourselves. It's the most important game of the season. Obviously, the Champions League final is the most important game of the season for any club, provided you reach the final. He's talking about Rodrigo, and he has been very important. He has gone ahead to score important goals. And for Joselu, he's the man that scored a brace that saw Bayern Munich get knocked out at the Santiago Bernabeu. So that's why he told him that he's the reason as to why Real Madrid are not on holiday. And we all know that however much is the reason, he's not going to start. He'll come off the bench to try to obviously do the needful, either to save Madrid or consolidate onto their lead. But that game is really going to be tricky. I haven't gone ahead to make a preview about it because I was caught up yesterday. But today, guys, I won't be shocked if at all Dortmund beat Real Madrid. Though Madrid are the favorites, but I tell you, Dortmund are going to put up a fight today at Wembley. They are going to put up a fight. But the difference is Madrid has very many players that can kill off the game. Bellingham, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Joselu, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, name it. Even a defender like Rudiger can rise up to the occasion and come in and obviously score. Nacho can, you know. And their goalkeeper is back, who is going to be in between the stitches. That is Thibaut Courtois. He's going to be in between the stitches. Now, Terzic, the manager of Borussia Dortmund, said a final is not there just to be played, but to be won. So he's like, my mentality is simple. I want to win the final. I don't know what Ancelotti is all about, but I want to win the final. But we're also going to hear Ancelotti say they want to win the final. So let's wait and see how that pans out. It's gonna be a huge game, and I think we are gonna get a snippet of how that game of football is gonna be played down at Wembley tonight. So your thoughts on to Osimhen to Chelsea transfer off are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about the final? Who do you think is gonna win? Is it Borussia Dortmund or Real Madrid? I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. A sign out for now. See you later. Bye bye.